Good day, folks. Thank you for joining me. I hope you all had a really nice weekend and that, in general, you are still able to find little discrete pieces of joy and security in your life, even with all of the challenges that we're all facing that are sort of ubiquitous and universal, and also the challenges that are obviously unique to you, whatever they may be. So, um, yeah, just hoping that, in all the hardship, you can still find little discrete, you know, nuggets of happiness and comfort. Let's begin as we always do, coming to ourselves in our seat, and then moving briefly into the breath. Closing the eyes if you're comfortable with that. If not, maybe closing them halfway and letting them kind of go out of focus. I heard it described in an audiobook yesterday as like a baby's view or a baby's perspective, where they don't know what objects are. They don't even necessarily know how to focus their eyes yet. And let it be like that. Let it be the passive, unconditional taking in of everything, without finding form, without connecting to what we see, trying to file it in a structure. And as we move into our body and as we find comfort, can we do the same? Can we, again, release the grasp on understanding and let it just be a passive accumulation? So feeling in now to where parts of our body may be touching the floor or a chair or a prop of any kind, cushion or bench. Feeling the weight, the pressure, the warmth, the quality of all of those things. Recognizing that the body is being held by the earth and rooting into the earth, and at the same time growing out of it. I'll touch upon that more a little bit later. But for now, just accumulating information about the parts of your body that are grounded. Of your hands, if they're sitting in your lap, on your legs, on your knees, on the arms of a chair, wherever. Just feeling that weight, that pressing, that contact, that pressure. Is there anything in the quality of that sitting that could be made more comfortable in this moment by adjusting slightly, shifting one's weight, or just moving, finding a moment of relief, knowing that we're going to be asking ourselves to sit for a few minutes, and that there's the accumulation of sensation and the stiffening of joints, and those things can happen in that time. How can we set ourselves up for success? Moving your awareness up into your sits bones. Trying to find an equalness of weight, left and right. Even if we're sitting cross-legged or with some kind of asymmetry, can we find a sense at least of the equalness in foundation, left to right, front to back. Moving up to the pelvis, the first sort of dynamic part of our body. If the lower legs, the parts that are grounded, are our foundation, then the pelvis is really the bridge between that and our spine, the beginning of the parts of our body that are growing out of the foundation. I heard someone say that the pelvis is confused; he doesn't know what it is. Well, whatever it may be for you, can it be as comfortable as possible? Playing with bringing it forward and back, finding neutral spine, the natural curve of the lumbar spine, a sense of tallness and strength, stability, perhaps grace. Moving up to the shoulders, maybe shrugging them up to the ears and then letting them drop down the back. Letting the top of the chest, letting the collarbones perhaps rise up slightly towards your chin, towards the sky. Moving up to the neck, playing with its posture. Finding there as well balance and stability, strength and height. Now considering the tilt of the head, perhaps tilting the head slightly forward to allow for space in the back of the skull, the back of the head, and in the back of the neck, lengthen the back of the neck. Exploring bringing space to your jaw, releasing the clench of your jaw, allowing for there to be space between your upper and lower teeth. Perhaps probing here a little deeper. Is there any more relaxation? Is there any more tension that can be eased? While you're still holding your jaw where you want it to be. Moving up to the face and the eyes. Can you release any muscular engagement there? Allowing the eyes to be soft in the sockets. Not looking for anything, not needing to do anything in this moment. Trusting that they'll be there and ready when the time comes, when they're needed once again. Fairly soon. Now bringing the awareness to the breath and intentionally taking 3 deep breaths with me and in your own time. Inhaling, the chest cavity and the abdomen expands in every direction. Up, down, left, right, front to back. 6 axes, 6 planes. Like a dice cube. And on that exhale, feeling the retraction, the engagement of the muscles to bring all of that in toward the spine. Now for a few moments, allowing the sensations of breath, the awareness that we've directed to the breath, to rest briefly on any particular aspect of the breath. that is easy and available to you at this moment. What part of the felt sensation of the breath is most easily within your attention? What part is speaking to you now? And just zooming in and gazing with your body, gazing with all of your senses at this aspect, this particular physical aspect of breathing. And when the mind wanders and you notice it's wandered, just leading it gently and with compassion, and forgiveness and understanding, to alight gently on the breath in your body in this moment. No, we've only been sitting with our zoomed in, drilled down micro awareness of our breath. Let's keep that foundation, the concentration we've cultivated thus far. And allow our awareness to open up, to zoom out, to become more expansive, to afford a better view, a grander perspective of what's going on in your body right now, both in and in all sensations around the embodiment of the breath, wherever it may occur to you, however it may occur to you. And also any sensations in the body regarding your sitting, the grounding, your posture, anything that comes up in your body. It might be pleasant or unpleasant, acute or chronic, light, hard, sharp, dull. And just choosing the option to be with yourself right now as you sit and breathe, just experiencing what is with you right now. if the mind should be experiencing any phenomena of thought, ideas, memories, judgments about the feelings, judgments about sitting, viewing those two with the same fundamental curiosity that we're using to observe our body and our breath. Observing and being grateful for the sensations in the mind. Being open and curious as to where the mind may be trying to take us right now. Wondering what we can learn from that. And when we notice that our mind has wandered, that we've allowed it to follow our thoughts, as a child might follow an animal, in that moment of becoming aware that our mind has wandered, we're already back in the state of observing. And for just this moment, considering bringing the awareness back to the breath, back to the body, back to the world of feeling. Perhaps noticing an ease in the place of observation, in the perspective of the observer, knowing that there may not be ease in what is being observed, the sensations of the body, fluctuations of the mind, but there can be an ease and a pleasure in the viewing of them, the observing, the learning, the being in company with them. And now, opening our awareness as fully as possible. Allowing it to be with and close to observing with all the senses of the body and mind. Yourself as you sit and breathe and be. When sensations of the mind occur, befriending them, welcoming them into the field of awareness. Observing them too. Like the sensations in the body, observing that they seem to arrive from nowhere and dwell. And grow and build into other things if we let them. But also if we let them just be with themselves as we are with ourselves, that they will eventually depart, dissolve, fly away of their own accord. And what remains is everything else. And our awareness of everything else. So for the rest of this sitting, being with anything and everything that comes up, and observing it from our vantage point of awareness. Right here and now. For the next few minutes, we will sit in silence together. Just maintaining this open, non-conditional, vast awareness of any and everything that is with us. Sensations in the mind and body. Sitting with them in our awareness. And when we find we're not in our awareness anymore, being curious for a moment as to where we are in this moment. And then coming back to our open, vast, unconditional awareness. awareness of now. Allowing the sound of the bell, allowing your breath to deepen, allowing the breath and the sound to draw your consciousness upward again, back into the world around us. Perhaps bringing movement to the fingers and toes, the arms, allowing the eyes to flutter open or to gently and softly open, all in your own time. Feeling into your body for a moment, maybe offering it a gesture of a stretch or a scratch, something that honors it for its time, its strength in sitting with us. Namaste. Take care, friends and family. In these hard times, may you find a sense of safety and security, health, ease from suffering, opportunity for joy and happiness in some way. Till next week.